Hi, Cameron from Goldcross Cycles. Today we're going to talk about some basic bike maintenance. Things we're going to talk about are your tyre pressures, your frame cleaning, and also the right lubricant choice for your chain. So starting with your tyre pressures, it's really important to check these tyre pressures every sort of 1 to 2 weeks. The benefits for checking it on that sort of regular occurrence is you're going to be less rolling resistance, also less chance of getting those punctures due to flat tyres, and also less sort of wear on the tyre when it's at its full pressure. Finding that tyre pressure is on the sidewall of the tyre. Now that's the same on all types of bikes as well, so you can find that printed on the side of the tyre. There are a few different pump choices to use. You can use a floor pump, which we've got here on display, or a small hand pump. Now a hand pump can be quite hard to pump up to that full maximum pressure at that 50 psi like this tyre is, so a floor pump could be a good way to go. Frame maintenance. The benefits for cleaning the frame are generally you get a bit of build up on the frame, sort of, dirt and grime and that sort of thing, and it is good to clean that off. It's also good to be able to inspect the frame for any defects or things that could happen. We actually have a few different cleaning products here on display. We've got a bike cleaner and also a citrus degreaser spray. The good thing about the sprays is that it gets into that really sort of hard, sort of ground on there dirt that's hard to move. We've also got some brushes that you can use, get into those really tight, hard to get places like your chain rings and also your chain. Moving on to your chain, there's quite a few different lubes on the market that we have in store. We've got a dry lube, a wet lube, and also a dry wax. The benefits for using these different lubes are making sure that the chain doesn't get sort of excessive wear. If it is sort of starting to get a little bit sort of either dry or really sort of built up with gunk, it is a good idea to wipe that excess stuff off and then use the appropriate choice of lube. The different lubes that we have, being the dry lube, is used sort of in dry conditions. The wet lube, more so used in wet conditions, and also that sort of heavier, more heavy duty lube that'll stay on there a bit longer. Also your wax, which coats that chain in a wax sort of compound, similar to your dry lube, but would have to be used a little bit more often. The sort of indicators to know when it has to be done is every sort of 2 weeks is generally a good sort of rule of thumb, but does depend on the conditions that you ride in. So in summary, we've spoken about your tyre pressures, your frame cleaning, and also your basic sort of maintenance to your chain. These are all good things that you can do at home to make sure that your bike's running to its optimum before you go for that ride.